The music stopped, the cameras flashed, and just like that, a 19-year Hollywood fairy tale fractured into a $210 million empire divided. Nicole Kidman finally breaks her silence.
Welcome to Starscope Report. Join Jordan and Jamie as they uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
For today's deep dive into the source material, we're looking at court documents, a really telling piece in Vogue, and the latest entertainment reports. We really want to walk you through the anatomy of this massive split.
Yeah, and if you're loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you're subscribed because we've got even crazier stories ahead. So let's start with the warning signs because looking back, the writing was definitely on the wall.
Oh, completely. I mean, before the September 2025 filing even hit the news, Nicole gave this interview to Vogue.
Right, and reading it now, it feels like she was trying to tell us something. She dropped this incredibly loaded question. She said, quote, "How many times do you have to be taught that you think you know where your life is going, and then it isn't going in that direction?"
Wow.
Yeah, it was a cryptic warning, and what's fascinating is the sheer speed of what followed.
Right, because normally these high-net-worth Hollywood divorces drag on in court for years.
Exactly. But by January 2026, it was totally finalized. I was reviewing the breakdown in Whiskey Riff, and they noted that both of them completely waived alimony.
So just a fast, clean break.
Yeah, without untangling their individual financial empires. But the custody arrangement is the real shocker here. Nicole was granted physical custody of their daughters, 17-year-old Sunday and 15-year-old Faith, for 306 days a year.
Wait, 306 days? So out of the whole year, Keith only gets them for roughly 2 months.
Just 59 days. Which, in Hollywood, 50-50 custody splits are basically the PR standard.
Right, just to save face.
Exactly. So an arrangement this asymmetrical is incredibly rare. Add in the lightning-fast division of their 11 global properties,
Yeah.
and it paints a picture of a very precise, maybe even ruthless extraction.
It definitely makes you wonder what pushed things to that extreme, but wait till you hear what came next. A live concert moment that changed absolutely everything.
Yeah, the custody arrangement was already raising eyebrows, but then Keith does something on stage that sparks absolute outrage.
So according to the Economic Times, Keith was performing The Fighter.
Which is a track famously written about his promise to protect Nicole.
Right. But instead of singing the original lyrics, he points directly to his 25-year-old guitarist, Maggie Baugh, and sings, "Maggie, I'll be your guitar player."
Ouch.
Yeah. Taking a song dedicated to your wife of 19 years and redirecting it to a 25-year-old bandmate, that is not just a slip of the tongue.
No, and the fallout was immediate.
Yeah.
Right after that went viral, Keith completely cleared house. He parted ways with his longtime manager and fired the band he'd played with for 25 years.
Which brings us to how the family reacted, because the daughters reportedly iced him out.
Yeah, forming what's been described as a 3 against 1 protective shield around Nicole.
And this is where we see what you could call generational resilience. The daughters aren't just hiding.
Not at all. I mean, Sunday even walked the Dior runway just hours after the bombshell divorce filing.
Wow. It's the ultimate "we're doing just fine" statement. Meanwhile, Keith seems to be scrambling. I read a report from the National Enquirer about a strategic move he's trying to pull off.
Right, they called it his Bahamas Gambit in March 2026.
A gambit being a calculated, somewhat risky chess move.
Exactly. He's reportedly trying to line up a reunion with his daughters during their school break, timing it with a country music cruise purely as a play to win them back.
Will it work? We'll have to see. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next.
Because when you step back and look at the bigger picture, why does a story like this matter to you? It proves that even the most seemingly perfect 19-year celebrity marriages are vulnerable to immense pressure.
And a single viral concert moment can completely shatter a carefully crafted PR narrative.
It really makes you rethink everything you see on the red carpet.
It really does. But before we wrap, I want to leave you with one bizarre, unresolved twist to think about. When a $210 million Hollywood empire collapses, it's not just about the mansions. What happens to the mass menagerie of alpacas, chickens, and fish at their Nashville estate?
Right, who gets custody of the farm?
Exactly. That is a mystery for another day. You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.